The world would be a much better place if every daughter had a relationship with their father the way I do with my dad. He is my role model, my motivator, and my best friend. When I was little, I used to be painfully shy. Then I joined Indian Princesses with my dad and finally came out of my shell. In Indian Princesses, we were in the Shawnee tribe, and we met with a bunch of other fathers and daughters who had great relationships with each other as well. We went on campouts, we were in the pet parade, and we did a bunch of fun things together I never thought I'd be able to do. He traveled a lot when I was little, and for a short period of time he lived in Texas while I lived here in Illinois. That was really rough, but we maintained our relationship by reading the same story. He'd pack it in his briefcase, and I'd have mine, and we'd call each other up on the phone, this was before Skype, and we'd read the story together. It was a great time and a great way for us to bond, making our relationship even stronger in a hard time. I have had many challenges in my life, however, my dad has always stuck by me through thick and thin. When my grandma died, that was my first experience with death. She was my mother's mom, however my dad was also distraught at her death, and that was the first time I had ever seen him cry. I didn't know how to deal, and I was very depressed for a long time. However, my dad came up to my room, and he sat down on my bed, and he explained to me that this is a process of life, and that I needed to get over it. That we all loved her, and we all missed her, but life would go on. If he wasn't there for me, I probably would have grieved for much longer time than I had to. We got over it together, and we helped each other out through the difficult time. After my grandmother passed away, I began my freshman year of high school. This was a very difficult time for me, as the adjustment was something I was not used to. I had much more responsibility and things to deal with on my own, and the schoolwork was much heavier than I had ever experienced before. I was not ready for this big change, and my grades started to tank. My dad was there for me though, and he positively motivated me to do my best and to try even harder than I was trying at the current time. I didn't think I could try any harder than I could, but my dad saw the potential in me, and he helped motivate me in a positive manner that wasn't scary and wasn't intimidating the way that other people who had tried to help me were. He was there, and he got through to me when I needed him the most. Now, my dad has also been there for all the fun times in my life. For example, we like to go on trips together, and he took me to Boston University to look at it and to consider going to college there. While we were there, he got together with his friend, and we stayed with them in their house. Then, he took us up in their private plane, and we had a really fun time flying over the city together, just the four of us. We went to visit my great-grandma, my dad's grandma, in Maine, just for lunch, for the fun of it. I have a great time with my dad no matter what we do. We can even go to like Home Depot or Menards, and we have a great time just looking around for the pipe or the tube or whatever he needs to fix whatever problem is going on in the house. I don't know a lot about fixing things, but my dad is there, and he teaches me all these key ideas for one day when I own a home. In the future, I foresee my relationship with my dad going very smoothly and being just as close as we are now, if not closer. I know that distance will not tear us apart, and that I will be calling up my dad on a regular basis asking him questions about how to fix this, or about how to deal with this situation, or that annoying boy, or anything like that. My relationship with my dad is anything but simple, as there are a lot of obstacles we have to overcome. He travels a lot for work, and I have 3 younger siblings who also want to spend time with him, not to mention my mom. Yet, we find fun things to do together, and we put the fun in anything we do. I don't know what I would do without him, as he is my rock, and I love him so much. He is my role model, and he is the one that shows me that you have to work hard to get what you want. As I said before, the world would be a much better place if everyone had a great relationship with their father the way I do with mine. I don't know what I would do without him, and in the future, our relationship is only going to get stronger. I love my dad so very much, and I would not be where I am now without him.